Welcome to Part 4 of Deathtrap Dungeon, a fighting fantasy live read by me, Iclorox. If you are here and not having heard Parts 1, 2, or 3, you can find those in the link below. In this episode, we scour goblin cupboards until they're totally clean. We discover also that Kanyewest is a new direction on the map, and we have our very first encounter with a live competitor. We hope you enjoy this episode, so sit back and relax. We have 10 stamina. We do have a stamina potion, which will restore it up to our original roll of 17. But it's a tough fight. I think that we could probably eat some mushrooms and, live. All right, time to shroom up. 233, let's do it. I'm with the stream. 233. You break off a large piece of mushroom and bite into it eagerly. Immediately your stomach feels bloated and you can even see it beginning to bulge below your belt. Your whole body starts to expand, bursting out of your clothes with a loud ripping sound. You grow bigger and bigger and soon your face is pressed against the ceiling. The mushrooms you have eaten are much sought after by wizards for their growth potions, but to you they spell doom. You are too large ever to leave the cellar and your adventure ends here. Damn. Manax and our XLP, you guys totally called it. We Mario mushroomed the heck out of that. I'm just going to do a little slight rewind. Okay, so that's death number 1 for us. We should keep track of that. And we're going to, that was like a flash forward, right? It's like, what could possibly happen? Oh, that would be bad. We don't want to do that. We're going to go take the cellar. And let's see, 35 is where we were at. Alright, let's skip those mushrooms. The tunnel continues west for several hundred meters, finally ending in some steps leading up to a closed trapdoor. You climb the steps slowly, hearing muffled voices above you. In the dim light, you can see the trapdoor is not locked. If you wish to knock on the trapdoor, turn to 333. If you wish to burst through the trapdoor with your sword drawn, turn to 124. Alright, so I'm going to say this is, deaths equals 1 here. So far, that was bad mushrooms for sure. I mean, there could be some nice people in there if we want to knock. 333, or we can just burst through with a sword drawn, all like. Okay, Sassy says don't burst through. All right, let's take a cautious approach. We've already died once of bad mushrooms. Three, 333. Knock, knock, knock. Hello? You hear footsteps and suddenly the trapdoor is thrown back. For a few seconds you're completely blinded by the bright light from the room above and do not see the goblin thrusting the spear downward or hear the sadistic laughter as the point pierces your neck. Your adventure ends here on the stone steps of the tunnel. Oh, man. Oh, brutal. Okay, deaths equals 2. Rewind. That's what the finger bookmark is for, right? There we go. Finger bookmark. We're going to burst through the trapdoor with it 124. So we've experienced 2 of the grisly deaths already in Ian Livingstone's Deathtrap Dungeon. And here we go. We're going to say, oh, I smelled goblin. I'm totally going to burst through here. You throw the trapdoor open and run up the steps into a large... you see there's a combat ahead, so everybody start rolling right now. 2 goblins are sharpening their swords on a stone set in the middle of the floor. You catch them momentarily off guard, because we burst through that trapdoor, but they quickly recover, and both rush forward to attack you. Both goblins will have a separate attack on you each attack round. You must choose which of the 2 that you will fight. Alright, so this just means that we can take... we can just take extra damage in this case. So it's blurg. Alright, so let's see. Let's attack the one with 4 stamina first. 14, it's a tie. We win. We are down to 4 stamina, my friends. We've defeated the goblins, but I think now is the time for us to drink that stamina potion that we so wisely switched out at the beginning of this. going to switch over to my gear real quick, drink that stamina potion, and adjust our stamina back up to our starting level because, holy crap, Deathtrap Dungeon is not easy. So we're going from 4 to 17 stam. Oops. Ooh, lucky one. Booyah, shaka. If you win, turn to 81. All right, 81 it is. Let's do it. The only furniture in the goblin's room is a table, 2 chairs, and a cupboard on the wall. There are 2 closed doors, one on the west wall and the other on the north wall. Will you open the cupboard, open the west door, or open the north door? Totally all traps. You don't think goblins would have something awesome in their cupboards? I don't know. Hey, Warpigs, welcome back. Little Deathtrap Dungeon it is. All right, just to catch people up, here's the map of where we've been so far. Start way back here. So Warpigs, this is new. We actually started mapping out. We've already died twice, but thankfully for finger bookmarks, we're good. So this is goblins. I started a new map. We're going to cupboard this thing up. 307. I bet you it's a 3rd goblin hiding in the cupboard. Rat poo and traps. 306. Oh, 307. All right, 307. I want to check that cupboard. Finger bookmark in place. The cupboard contains a wooden mallet and 10 iron spikes, which you put in your backpack while wondering which door to open. All right, so you guys decide which way we want to go, west or north, and I'm going to add that to our inventory. This is a wooden mallet and 10 iron spikes. Manox says the kanyewest door, and I think that's an amazing suggestion, so we're going to run with the kanyewest door. 263 it is. The door opens into another tunnel. Walking west, you soon arrive at a door in the north wall. Alright, so the door in the north wall is 153 if we wish to open it. Otherwise, we're going to continue west to 74. North does feel kind of like forward. So that means the door, if we're going to open that door. I mean, what happened the last time we had the door? I guess we found the cellar. That's alright. Let's go north. I think RLXP is a good idea. Alright, here we go. We're going to open the door 153. The door opens into a small room in which there's a human skull with jeweled eyes resting on top of a marble plinth. A row of loaded crossbows is fixed to the left-hand wall, and 2 small wooden balls lie on the floor just inside the door. Holy choices, Batman. Walk into the room and pick up the skull, throw a wooden ball at the skull from the doorway, or close the door and continue west, taking the wooden balls with you. Alright, here's the illustration. You guys tell me what you want to do. There's a lot of crazy choices in this one. That's a pretty crazy illustration. I like that. So wooden bocce balls style thing. We can throw it at the skull. Just go straight in. You know, whatever those crossbows do, we don't care. Or close the door and continue west, taking the wooden balls with us. Oh, it was a smile. Weird. That didn't show up. I appreciate the smile, though, my friend. Maddox is saying just pick it up. Like, all right, that's a twofer right there. Warpigs and Maddox are in on this. 390. Let's just do it. All right, I'm gonna actually set a quick bookmark here. A feature of this stream. 153. We're gonna come back to this at some point, perhaps. Just remember what it is. There's the bookmark set. Walk into the room and pick up the skull. 390. I think they're just trying to psych us out, right? You crouch down beside the plinth, below the crossbow's line of fire. You reach up and pull the skull off the plinth, expecting your action to trigger off the crossbows. Much to your surprise and mine, nothing happens. Add 1 luck point. Booyah! Still crouching, you pluck the jeweled eyes out of the skull. You recognize the yellow stones as topaz and place them in your backpack. Looking at the row of crossbows, you wonder whether the trap still awaits you in this room. Will you crawl out of the room holding the skull, or replace the skull on the plinth before crawling out of the room? Definitely, I think we're going to put it back. That's it's just respectful, really. I mean, truly, that's what we got to do. So there's that choice, as everybody can see that. All right, we'll just put it back. Crawl the room. Oh yeah, place it back. 204. That's crazy. Okay, so just remember, I got to update the inventory with a luck point and 2 topaz. 204. There is an unseen pressure plate on top of the plinth, and as soon as you put the skull back on top of it, the device is sprung. What the hell? Immediately, the crossbows release the shower of bolts across the room. Test your luck if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, all right. So we're at 10 luck. Somebody give me an exclamation point roll. We'll use the first result, and I'm gonna add a topaz here. Look at that. Sassy does win in the salts left and right. All right, so we are lucky. We got 1 luck. We just burnt it being lucky. But I'm going to add 2 topaz real quick while we're at it. 2. I did not see that coming. This room is ultimately full of surprises. All right, so we are lucky in this one. 131. The crossbow bolts fly over your head and thud into the opposite wall. Fortunately, you're still crouching on the floor. Now that the trap has been sprung, you can leave the room by the door through which you entered. Back into the tunnel, you head west, turn 74. Bizarre that they don't give us a chance to pick up those balls, although it may have been part of a different, more elaborate trap. So we do not have those balls. This is the skull room, the ball skull room. Weird. And we're headed west, back 74. Mannix totally has got this book nailed. Well, I mean, it's got death, it's got traps, it's a dungeon. What else can you possibly do? What more do you want from a book, really? 74. The tunnel takes a sharp turn right, or sharp right turn, sorry, and you find yourself in a sort of gallery lined with mirrors for some 20 meters. A human skeleton appears to be pulled halfway through the mirror along the right-hand wall. What? Suddenly, a grotesque being with 4 arms and 4 screaming faces emerges from the mirror, barring your way ahead. It walks slowly towards you, each arm outstretched to grab you. It is a mirror demon from another dimensional plane, come to take your spirit. Will you make a wish if you're wearing a ring of 3 wishes? Try to smash the mirrors or attack the mirror demon with your sword. Damn. All right, we do not have a ring of 3 wishes. We can try to smash him or attack. Really, those are our 2 options. So let's see. This is 74 is mirror or demon. Damn. Mirror, mirror on the wall. Here's the illustration. I want to show that off a little bit more. That skeleton is like partway through, so I wonder if that's a hint. Wow. I gotta see if I can find the illustrator for this and give him some kudos. Mannix is just that. Let's do it. Let's attack. Let's go crazy on this. Specifically a sword. Okay, let's find out. 327. The mirror demon, being solely intent on grabbing your arm, makes no attempt to defend itself. Holy crap, this is a huge fight. If, during any attack round, the mirror demon's attack strength is greater than your own, turn to 8. If you manage to defeat it without ever winning, if you manage to defeat the mirror demon without it ever winning an attack round, turn to 92. This seems like an impossible task. All right, so I'm going to quickly just bookmark this here. Bloop. Haha, physical bookmark. All right, so that means that all of our rolls have to be at least 2 higher than its rolls. And we have to hit it 5 times to do this. All right, so you know what this means. Everybody start their roll and you know, pray to the RNGesus. All right, I rolled a 4, which is good, a good start. 2 and a 4. All right, awesome. Boom. First one down. 4 more to go. All right, 9 both times. Awesome. There we go. December Magpie. Got the that dice emote is awesome. All right, here we go. That was a 6 for 14 and a 9 for us is 17. Second hit done. 5 and a 4. You guys are all rolling badass. Awesome. 6. Third hit done. All right, that's a 5. That is 4th hit done. And I think that December Magpie had the last 9 that we got to roll against. Dice is flashing. And that is a 3. We have beat the odds, my friends, my fellow adventurers. You're all badasses. Magpie is getting all the salts for rolling double 5s, which is fantastic. I can't believe we actually did that. It's fantastic. You guys are badasses. We totally annihilated it. 92. Amazingly. All right, we'll get rid of that bookmark. That was the picture, if you missed it, of that mirror demon. 92, 92. Summoning all your strength, you deal the mirror demon one final blow with your sword. With an ear-splitting sound, cracks begin to run across its faces and limbs. Its many mouths cry out in agony as its death throes before the demon shatters completely and falls to the ground in a pile of tiny fragments. Sweet awesome. You heave a huge sigh of relief and then hurry on past. Excuse me, mirror demon, you're in my way. We have to go past you now. 122. Shattered. Destroyed. Decimated. All good words. 122. In front of you are 2 flights of stone steps separated by a banister of rat skulls, of all things. You may climb either the left-hand flight of steps, 176, or the right-hand flight. Here's the illustration. I will hold that in front of you. Weirdly enough, it looks like there's a shield there. I wish we could just take that. We can go left or right. Here's a nice banister of rat skulls. I think right, so left. All right, left it is. Let's do the opposite, movie style. 176. Treading carefully, you slowly make your way up the steps. You soon reach the top without mishap. Continue along the new tunnel, 277. Sweet. I like no mishaps, since this is Deathtrap Dungeon. The tunnel takes a sharp right turn, and then, 100 meters ahead, comes to a junction. All right, so we went left, 277. Looking to the left, you see 2 bodies lying on the floor. You decide to go and investigate. 338. The bodies are those of 2 orc guards. At least one of your rivals in the Trial of Champions must still be ahead of you. A quick search of the bodies produces nothing apart from the necklace of teeth hanging around the neck of one of the orcs. If you wish to wear the necklace yourself, turn to 123. If you'd rather set off north without the necklace, turn to 282. Ooh, gross and awesome. 282. Necklace of teeth, what do you think? Put it on? I think necklaces of teeth are awesome. Super in fashion in the Deathtrap Dungeon. So those of you that are just joining and wondering what's going on, Trial of Champions, we're in this Deathtrap Dungeon, which is a constructed dungeon, and this town holds a festival every year, and to kind of attract attention to the town and make it successful, the local baron puts on a 10,000 gold piece reward if anybody can make it through his Deathtrap Dungeon. And we decided, what the hell, we could totally do it. 5-7. I'm in for that. Oh man, such a good meme. Okay, 123. 1, 2, 3. Fashionable. The necklace is an amulet of strength. Yeah, it's dungeon chic. Add 1 skill point and 1 stamina point and continue your quest north. Hell yeah. Right, so we're going to 282. The tunnel soon ends in a junction. Standing there alone and wondering which way to go is one of your rivals. It's one of the barbarians. You call out to him, but at first he doesn't answer. He merely stares at you coldly, his hands firmly gripping his axe. You walk up to him and ask him which ways he's heading. He grunts his reply, saying that he's going west, and you may go with him if you wish. If you'd like to head west with the barbarian, turn to 22. If you'd rather decline his offer and head east alone, 388. Thanks for watching episode 4 of Deathtrap Dungeon. If you enjoyed this, please consider a like and subscribe to be notified of future adventures as we delve deeper into Deathtrap Dungeon. See you then.